Here we are together again on the radio. Some time ago, I delivered this message to certain women out there, and I must say that all these shows we do about Craigslist, first they get me thinking, and then when I'm home, they get me cruising the internet. And I must tell you, I've spent quite a bit of time the last couple of days cruising Craigslist and other places where people try to hook up. Oh, baby. I mean, you name it. I've been there. eHarmony.com, Match.com, Yahoo Personals. I've been creeping around, looking around. Oh, yeah, there's lots of them. Adult Friend Finder and all the other friendfinder.coms that are out there. All the specific little niches they have. And let me just say this about that. I am fascinated to see the desperate females who are on there with that clock ticking. The clock is ticking. It could be the biological time clock. It could be the crow's feet clock. It could be the turkey neck clock. The clock is ticking. And I love it. Here's why I love it. Many of these women, when they were younger, were real bitches. They're the ones who turned all of us down. Most of us. See, what I love is back when I was 21, I was completely broke. And essentially, because my radio career was nothing but a dream at that point, essentially, I was a loser. Now, I had ambition, and I had a brain, and I had a plan, but the only person who understood the plan was me. The only person who understood what I had to do with my life was myself. As late as age 25, I had a girlfriend change the locks and throw my stuff out and tell me, call me back when you get a better job. By the way, that chick was hot. She was, at the time, what, about 22, 23? These mammoth D-cup balloons. Oh, my God, she was unbelievable. They were real. She was hot. She was also a bitch. Oh, yeah, she was a bitch. By the way, Google's a wonderful thing. This chick I'm talking about, I recently Googled her. She has an unusual name, so she's easy to find on the internet, you know, very unusual first name, which I won't say because she'll sue. She'd love to get a piece of this. Let's just say she's the chick I'm talking about. And there she is. Now, how old is she? Let's see. Thinking back, she's got to be 47. 47 years old. Maybe 48. 47, 48 years old. Never married. No apparent boyfriend. And now, where are the photos of her? Oh, she's out swing dancing. She belongs to a swing dancing group. And there's photos of her big fat ass in there swing dancing in New York City. That's what she's doing. That's where she ended up. I ended up a multi-millionaire with whatever chick I wanted, living in a 4-story house in the Hollywood Hills. And she ended up being close to 50, never married, and in a swing dancing group in Manhattan. I think I got the better end of that deal. I just love that. What I love is when you see these chicks getting into their 40s and they are desperate. Desperate. And I always love to tell you guys who are 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, who get sneered at and sniffed at and laughed at by women your age, don't jump in. And this is why we get all the desperate guys who jump in with the first chick who has sex with them or the first chick who's nice with them. Don't do that. Because down the line, the balance of power will shift. Sometime around age 30, you are going to be much more desirable than she is. Because your career will be getting going. Because she is going to start getting desperate and panicky. And suddenly she's going to settle down with Poindexter or whoever looks reliable. In the meantime, you are going to have more and more value, and the chicks you can get are hotter and younger. Nothing I like better than watching these ladies whining on the Internet about how men disregard them when they get into their 30s and 40s. I think that's fantastic, because these are the same chicks who turned you down when you wanted them to go to the prom with you, which you shouldn't be doing anyway. These are the same chicks who you invited them out to dinner, and they ate the dinner, and then they bolted out of there as fast as they get out of there. These are the chicks who asked you to do favors for them and had you buy drinks for all their friends and borrowed money from you they never paid back. Just because they could. Just because you were so desperate to have a nice-looking girl talk to you. That lowers a man's self-esteem, and in many cases, many of you guys, after being treated like crap by so many of these American bitches, ultimately hook up with the first girl who talks nicely to you. And I'm trying to tell you, things get better, and if you don't believe me, I highly recommend you comb through the personal ads on Craigslist and look at the BBWs who are 35 and 40 years old, desperately trying to find a man, can't figure out why they can't find a man. I have said on this show many times, boys, if you're 22 and the 22-year-olds won't talk to you, don't worry about it. You know, your trophy wife right now is 15. She's at the mall with her friends. Oh, you don't know who she is, and you don't want to go near her. If you do know who she is, you don't want to touch her. You don't want to go near her until she's popped out of the oven ready to go. But she's baking. That dough is baking right now, and one day the clock will go ding, and you'll be able to take a beautifully formed pastry out of the oven. Your trophy wife right now is in junior high or elementary school, and one day she'll be ready for you when you're a doctor, a lawyer, an architect, whatever you are. Meanwhile, all the chicks who turned you down at age 21, 22, 23, they will be desperately trying to hook up with you when the both of you are 35. That's right, they'll be swing dancing, they'll be in the swing dancing group. They'll be asking you, do you like to swing dance? They'll be on the Internet, you know, it'll be part of their description. Looking for a man who likes to swing dance. By the way, in looking at the personal ads, I must say, unless you're looking to meet a gay man, ladies, do not put in the headline of your personal ad, "Let's go dancing." I mean, you're going to meet nothing but, let's face it, metrosexuals and homosexuals. There's nothing wrong with that. But you're not going to meet a lot of straight, especially straight Caucasian males. You're just not going to meet them. Many of these women are looking to meet straight white men. Guess what? Straight white men have no interest in dancing with you. And you're right, Dean. How about all the fat chicks who say they love to hike? Here in L.A., oh, yeah, all the fat chicks. Oh, I love to go to Fryman Canyon on Sunday morning. I love to hike. Yeah, sure you do. What you like to do is you like to hike down to Starbucks and pick up a couple of scones. That's what you like to do. You like to hike down to Noah's Bagels and get a baker's dozen. That's the hiking you do, dear. All I want to say is that there is a just reward for the women who treat young men like crap. One day they will all, it's kind of like being assigned to a concentration camp. All these broads, when they start hitting their 30s, will be assigned to Match.com. They'll all have headlines in their profiles like, you know, I've had my partying and now I'm looking to settle down. And, of course, as a true guy, are you ready to settle down? Really? Come on. You want to meet a 21-year-old and start partying with her. That's what you want to do. One day it all evens out, or even gets better. Well, one day the men get the upper hand because women have an expiration date. They have a sell-by date. There comes that day when they hit that date. And suddenly, as the man, you've got it under control. You've got it. I tell you what, even now in my life, I've got money, power, and fame, a big house, and an overload of chicks who are willing to spend an evening. Now, do I go out with all of them? No. Do I have sex with all of them? I don't. But I have my pick. I have my pick. I love to look back at all the chicks who wouldn't talk to me in high school. I love looking at the high school reunion photos. Do you know that my high school class has a website where you can look at photos of each succeeding reunion over the years, the 5-year, 10-year, 15-year, 20-year reunions? The people are getting fatter and more wrinkled and, you know, the turkey necks are kicking in. And meanwhile, do you think I date people like that? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Not on your life. As I always say on this show, why would I want to go to a high school reunion and take care of any unfinished business with the hippos I went to school with? Every chick who had big boobs in the 10th grade, everyone, they're all big fat cows now. Every one of them. All of them. They had their day. And now they're mooing on Match.com and Classmates.com. Moo! And as I always say, I can afford their daughters now. I don't need them. Are you kidding me? There's just something sweet about seeing these women who are little bitches when they're 19, 20, 21 years old, pathetically trying to grab at straws on the Internet, on these personal ad sites. How fantastic is that? See women who are 35. Has kids? No. Wants kids? Yes. Yes. I've had my fun. You know, if you've had your fun, I just have a note for you girls who've had your fun. Don't call me. I'm not done having fun. This concept that there comes a day when you're done having fun, it's alien to me. I don't get it. What do you think about this?
Tom. 1-800-5800-TOM.
I've always told myself, don't call Tom and disagree with him, you're going to lose. But here I am.
The Tom Leykis Show.
The Tom Leykis Show at 1-800-5800-TOM. It's Scott on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hey, what's going on, Tom?
Not much.
Hey, man, look, I just moved here from New Orleans, and, well, first of all, what you were talking about, the girls from high school getting fat and all that, I just went to my 10-year high school reunion. Out of all the people I went to high school with, I'm like one of the only people that's done anything with themselves, and all the, you know, the pretty cheerleader girls, nasty.
Now, was your reunion in New Orleans?
Yeah.
That's where all the women look like human beignets, right?
No, not true, man. There's some good-looking women down there. It's just, they're a little more few and far between after the storm, but you still find them. But, man, I agree. I've just started listening to your show since I moved here to San Francisco. Man, something I can't understand. I've gone out with probably a handful of probably 6 or 7 women since I've been here. I've been here about a month and a half, 2 months, something like that. Every single woman I've gone out with is nuts. I mean, just out of their mind nuts. The first question out of their mouth, how much do you make? Second question, what do you drive?
So lie to them.
I don't care. I mean, I've got a good job. I work at Stanford. I'm, work in surgery. I do well for myself.
Oh, no, I understand that. But, if they're concerned about how much you make, double it.
Man, it's just, I don't know. It's just, it seems like the prettier they get around here, the worse they are.
But that's the way it is everywhere. It's not just here.
I guess being from the South girls a little more grounded or whatever, but is that pretty much what I got to look forward to the whole time I'm out here?
Well, the hotter a chick is, the richer a guy she can attract.
I guess that's what they think, man, but it's funny. I'm not one of those kind of guys that's going to put up with a whole lot of crap from them either,
Good.
I start talking all that mess, and I want to get serious, I want to get married. I'm done. I'm absolutely
I
done.
love when they talk that mess, because here's what I do. I bang them and clang them. That's it. I let them smell I got dough. I let them smell it, but never taste it.
See, that's how I am. I'll tell them how much I make, but I'm not going to spend it on them. I'm going to spend it on doing what I want to do. I'll spend a little bit just to get what I want, and then I'm done.
Exactly.
You don't have to spend a fortune. All you have to do is have the threat of money.
That's
the
it.
fact that you have money. You don't have to spend it. I've noticed that. I learned that a long time ago.
Well, it's what I try to teach the boys all the time, but some of them think they know more than I do, and they spend the money anyway.
Tom, I hear these dudes that call your show, bro. These dudes are retarded. I've never heard anything like that. 27, 28, 30 years old, still crying about, my woman doesn't treat me right. Well, go out and bang her best friend. Who cares? That's what I would do. Bang her mom. Bang her best friend. Bang her little sister. That's what I would do. Put them in their place. Make them feel like crap. That's what I would do.
Thank you for that, Scott.
Huh?
Thank you for that. I appreciate it.
Hey, man, that's the way it's supposed to be.
I know. Paul is calling from Napa on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello. We lost him at the last second there. What a shame. Chanel. Is that a name or a designer label?
My mother loved the perfume, apparently, when she was pregnant.
I see.
That's where the name came from.
Got it.
Now, Tom, first-time caller, long-time listener, love your show.
Thank you.
I have a solution for all these men.
So is your sister's, do you have a sister named Lexus?
No.
Mercedes?
No. That's ghetto. No.
Ferrari?
No.
Come on, Chanel is ghetto. Come on.
That's not ghetto.
Of course it's ghetto.
Okay, I agree with you. I don't really like the name, but hey.
Come on. Come on, what's more ghetto than being named after some designer label?
It's the name that was given. I can't do anything about it.
The only thing worse is if she named you Vagina. Come on.
Oh, I've heard some words, Tom. Lexus and Porsche, that's horrible.
Lamangelo and Arangelo.
Oh, no. That's awful. I'm lucky I wasn't White Diamonds for the moment, Tom,
yes.
These men who are calling and they're saying, I want a beautiful girl, but I don't want to pay for her. Then find a beautiful girl who has money. They are out there, I promise.
Very few. And they are either supermodels or successful singers or actresses who it's very unlikely you ever get to meet anyway.
True.
In the real world, hot chicks generally haven't accomplished anything.
Well, that's because people are telling them that they don't need to because being beautiful is enough.
Well, that may very well be true, but the point is I have to live in the soup I'm sitting in, okay? If I'm a noodle, I have to sit in that chicken noodle soup. That's where I live, okay?
You're in California. You're in land of the beautiful women, right?
Yes.
And there are no women out there.
But you know why? Do you know why there are so many beautiful women in California?
I'm from California, so let's go. What is it?
Because there's so much money here.
You mean cosmetic surgery?
No. There's money. Beautiful women gravitate to where the money is. It is not an accident that the beautiful women are in Dallas, Miami, and Los Angeles. That's not an accident.
Yes.
That's where the money is.
Okay.
It is. You notice they never do. Girls Gone Wild in Fargo, North Dakota. There's a reason.
State of Oregon.
That's right.
There are some out there. Stop meeting the girls who want all of your money.
Girls Gone Wild. They can do Girls Gone Wild in Aberdeen, Washington. That'd be very exciting, right?
No. Probably not. I see missing teeth and just, no.
That's right.
Not at all.
And beer guts.
At the age of 21.
In Aberdeen, are you kidding? I've been to Aberdeen, Washington. They can do Girls Gone Wide.
But, okay, Tom, you don't believe that there's enough beautiful, educated, accomplished women to go around?
There are very few. In fact, most accomplished women are homely.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's by design, because if you're homely, you got to work hard to become successful.
So what is it to say for the ones who are beautiful and who are working hard?
The ones who are beautiful will eventually meet some guy with cash who will take care of everything.
No, but see, there's a new age of women who we don't want to be taken care of. We want to have our own...
Oh, why? If that's true, why do women still beg guys to get married and make ultimatums?
That it depends on how weak the guy is.
Well, but the point is that if you're so independent, if women are so independent, why do so many of them still tell it, if you don't give me a ring by Valentine's Day, it's over? Why?
I wouldn't listen to someone who sounds like that. I mean, leave them alone. It's a lot of women out there. They've been programmed to say, I'm beautiful, so give me what I want. But there's a lot of them out there.
But that's what's out there.
That's not all.
I mean, are you a 10?
I'm a 20.
You're a 20.
I'm a 20. You know, next time I come to California, I'll visit you.
Really?
I'll sit down and talk with you.
And do you have a little Chanel logo tattooed on your ass?
I have no tattoos.
You got to put that Chanel logo on there.
Never.
Just put that big C right on your ass.
I have a diamond crusted.
Diamond crusted C. There you go.
But because I'm in college, so I see a lot of beautiful, educated women who want things. They want things for themselves.
Where do you go, ASU?
Oh, no. I go to Argosy University. It's a psychology university.
Oh, really?
Yes, sir.
Are you an aspiring psychologist?
Yes, hopefully a marriage psychologist. I love listening to your show.
Is that so?
Yes.
You can find a lot of potential clients here.
Give him my number. Let him know I'm practicing right now. I'm writing a few papers. I can do a little research on
Really? Yeah, no, I got to see the merchandise.
Uh-huh.
You're a 20.
I'm a 20. I'm a 20 plus. I go to school.
10 is perfect.
Day.
You don't have to be more than a 10. 10 is fine.
Okay. I have a question then. Why do people, when I decide to date a certain person and they say, okay, well, he's ugly, but he's accomplished, he has goals and he's working towards those goals. Am I wrong for that? Do I have to date? See, a lot of the men out here who are accomplished and at the same age that I am, they look at me and they say, well, what else do you have to offer? Give me your ass right now. I'm sorry. I didn't
well, no, you can say that.
I didn't want to cuss. I don't usually
Hell,
cuss.
give me your ass right now. Are you kidding me?
But do you see that it's a double standard in my opinion? I'm beautiful, I want to go to school, I want to accomplish things.
Right.
And I don't want to have sex with you as soon as I meet you.
I'll give you up to 3 dates. You can take your time.
No, because at 3 dates, I'm not going to know whether or not you have goals, and you're working towards those goals.
Unless you're a virgin, dear, you've had sex with a guy in less than 3 dates.
No.
Not even once?
No, that's not okay. Not even a one-night stand. That's not okay.
So you've never even, what's the least number of times you dated a guy before you slept with him?
I'll say a month, because I've only had about 4 boyfriends. And in between those times, I've never had sex with anyone else.
So when you say a month, how many times do you go out with someone in a month?
Well, usually guys like to cling to me, so probably every day.
You say that with such a disdain for guys.
I like guys, but sometimes you guys get a little clingy.
If you dated me for a month,
you said, you find a beautiful woman and you're unattractive, you don't want to let her go?
Ask any woman who's dated me. If you dated me for a month, you probably see me twice.
What? Wow. See, I've never had that experience.
No clinging here.
I've never had that experience.
No clinging here, dear.
The guy that I'm dating right now, when I say cling, I mean cling. I go over his house, and he's like, are you staying? Oh, leaving. And I'm like, well, because I live somewhere else. I pay rent someplace else. Unless I'm moving in, then hey.
Well, darling, if you don't like him, why do you still date him?
Because I enjoy his company. He's funny, he's smart.
But he clings.
I know, but I kind of give him that, that hint that he clings.
He's human lint here.
Huh?
He's human lint.
Maybe a little bit.
You know what they call me? I'm the human lint roller.
Tom Leykis. 1-800-5800-TOM.
How'd you marry somebody who doesn't like to go downtown?
I guess sheer stupidity.
It's the Tom Leykis Show.
From Los Angeles, it's the Tom Leykis Show. At 1-800-5800-TOM. That's our telephone number. Just talking about my cruising through some of the online personal ad sites, hookup sites. Reading about all these desperate women in their 30s. Who they're done having fun. They're ready to get serious. Yes, and everybody else got to ride in the back seat with you, and now I'm supposed to pay for your kids and pay for your house. Are you kidding? Let somebody else have that responsibility. I just want to bang you. That's it. I really enjoy seeing this. Paul in Napa has returned. Hey, Paul.
How you doing, Tom?
I'm okay.
I'm a new listener, first-time caller, and
cool.
I caught the whole online thing today, and I was cracking up because it's something that I've been doing for a couple of years. And I heard what you said about the girls in high school and how they got it. It's absolutely true. Every girl that I knew in high school that was good-looking, all fat cows now, every one of them.
Absolutely.
Every one of them. And now it's like, I get online. I'm 35. I'm one of these guys. I'm lucky enough that I still look in my 20s. I'm easily able to date these girls that are 21, 22, 23. No problem. Get in and get out.
And if you live in the Napa Valley, you must have a buck or two.
Yeah. I got a nice little condo and nice little ride, and that's pretty much all you need to get the ladies out here, in my opinion. And the young ones, you got a nice car. That's all it takes. If you got a nice ride, you pretty much got it made. I mean, you know how girls are all about the money and cars, and if you got that, you got game. Yeah. And they pretty much assume if you got a nice car, everything else falls into place. Exactly. That's just the way it rolls. I did the whole MySpace thing. I did the Hot or Not thing. I met tons of girls on there, still meeting people, and it's just a never-ending thing. And it's great to be in my 30s, and I see these girls that I went to high school with. They're practically begging for a husband. They can't get anyone. And of course, all of them are calling me back from high school wanting to date now. Now they want you. All the ones who wouldn't return your call in high school, they return your call now. Yeah, you bet they do. I'm constantly getting little comments here and there. Wish we could go out sometime. Yeah. I'm not interested. No, what I say to women like that is, what's your daughter's name? My daughter's name? No, that's what I say to the women. The women who years ago had nothing to say to me? Yeah, and now, exactly. No, and it's funny, most of them have daughters that are probably 2 or 3 years from graduating high school, being legal. Yeah, well, actually, I'm older than you are, and many of them have daughters who are younger than women I've actually dated. Wow. And so I just ask them point blank, how many kids you got? How many boys, how many girls? Really? How old's your daughter? Oh. Yeah, well, that was pretty funny. I tell you, I agree with everything you said earlier. It's absolutely true. And the only catch was I remember going club hopping a few years ago. One of the things I noticed, some of the girls that weren't too good looking, a lot of them who got out of high school got boob jobs, got themselves made up. So there's a few girls I see in their early 30s still looking good. The ones that weren't so hot in high school got a little payback for them as well. But I can tell you, all the ones that were fine, cheerleaders, every one of them fat. They got a bunch of kids. I'll bet. Not interesting. I know the whole story, Paul. Believe me, been through it. Vanessa on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hi, how are you?
Great.
Great. I just wanted to comment on your topic because I'm a woman in my 30s. I'm actually 38. And I'm single, but I take really good care of myself. I look great for my age. But I do agree with you on this topic, and it's really embarrassing for women in their 30s that do the online dating thing. I have friends that are in their 30s that have never been married, that don't have kids, and they're practically on every dating website, and I just personally don't get it.
Well, not only that, they tell you that they're done partying and now they're ready to settle down.
Yeah,
Why would I want some used merchandise that went out partying with every guy in town, had sex with every guy in town, went to Cabo and Cancun and banged every guy there,
Exactly.
And now, with no money in your savings account and the clock ticking, why would I want to be the unfortunate jerk, the schmuck, who now has to pick up the garbage? Why would I want to be the one who has to pay for your children and pay for your house now that you're ready to settle down?
Well, I have 2 kids that are already grown. I have a 20-year-old and a 16-year-old, but I also take good care of myself, and I'm not desperate. I'm not desperate to meet a guy. If it means me being single, then so be it. But I'm not so desperate that I have to go on a website. But I tell my girlfriends that do it, like, I look at them and I think, my God, I never want to be like them. I never want to be so desperate that it can be, I mean, you can see their desperation. And
I know it.
Because of that, they can't meet anyone.
Oh, yeah. Well, what ends up happening is there are guys who prey on them. You know, these women are so desperate. They'll date guys. And by the way, they're still the same sluts they always were, but now they're even more desperate.
Well, it's turn and burn with them. I mean, they meet lots of guys, but none of it ever works out. But
because who wants to be the one who, everyone else had got to have fun with them. And now I get to be the one that pays so they can have kids and buys them a house.
Right.
Buys them an engagement ring. Forget it.
But I guess in defense for, like, other women my age, I just, like, I don't think that all women are that way.
All women aren't that way, but many are, and I just love seeing them all desperate, and, they've got flop sweat, and they're all freaking out online. I think it's great.
I think a lot of it has to do with their insecurities also, though.
Of course.
Like, I'm a pretty, secure person with myself that I don't feel the need that I have to put myself out there. And so that's the advice that I give them. I'm like, just have some security within yourself. Believe in yourself, take care of yourself, and you'll meet someone. But if you're out there looking, I mean, it just comes across so desperate.
Not to mention the ones who have, you can read all their baggage in the ad because the way they write the ad.
Right.
The ones who say, if you're into playing games, read on. If you're into lying, go to the next ad.
And it's total BS, whatever they put, because I've gone behind my friends' back to see what they put on their sites and the pictures that they've posted. And, of course, they're always going to pick their best pictures, and I'll read their profile. I'm like, what a crock of BS. None of this is even true because I know them personally, but I think, I'm so embarrassed for them. I never, ever want to be that way. So that's all I called in to say that. Not all 30 women in their 30s are desperate and need to put themselves out there to find someone.
Nope, but most are, and thank God for that.
Tom Leykis. Tom Leykis. 1-800-5800-TOM.
There are 3 groups you can get away with making fun of. The deaf, because they're not listening anyway. Those who are mentally retarded, how the hell are they going to organize a group? And thirdly, people with Alzheimer's. Because even if they object to the content of the program, they will forget to show up at the protest. Those are the 3 groups we attack regularly.
This is the Tom Leykis Show.
It's the Tom Leykis Show. It's Paul. Hello.
Whoa.
Yes.
Hey,
yes.
How are you doing, Tom? I love your show.
Doing great.
I just had a question for you. What ethnic background does your eye wander towards as far as women go?
Generally?
Yeah.
Not 100%, but generally Latinas.
And why is that?
They're hot.
I find my eye goes to the Asian women frequently.
Lots of guys say that, and that's certainly one taste that guys have. I found Latinas just to be very friendly and hot.
I'm 34 years old, and what you said earlier, Tom, is it couldn't be truer. I mean, to all you young men out there, listen to Tom. What he's saying is true. You stay in school, you work hard, you get ahead in your career, and these women the younger ones will just drop at your feet. It's just, Tom, you couldn't be more true.
Well, I've been looking at these ads now for some time, and I find them fascinating.
And like I said, Tom, sorry I missed you down here in San Diego, but hopefully next time you're down here in San Diego, I'll get a chance to get in there and see you. And
you should. I'm looking at an ad right now. Look at this woman. She's 38. She has no kids, but she'd like to have kids. And her photos in her ad are pictures of her with the guy cut out of them. So you see pictures of her in, like, Hawaii, and you know she never paid to take herself to Hawaii. Women don't go to Hawaii by themselves. So it's pictures of, her with the poor schmuck who paid for it cut out. Yeah, you got the guy's big Huggy Bear arm around her. It's very attractive to us guys, I'll tell you what.
The Tom Leykis Show.